We can probably start. Oh, still loading.
Shall you merge the Azure stuff?
Yeah, I mean it was a fun feature, but it was not used, I believe.
Yeah.
It was an interesting idea, right? Like it looks like the model that vSphere is using, where you don't use a metadata endpoint, but just insert a config drive. Quite neat, but I don't know if it's slow or not. I'm who's using it.
Yeah, so I
We'll
thought
see.
maybe let the guy respond, but yeah, SAP was also waiting for the Azure release, the new one.
Yeah, I mean, it has been mentioned, right? So if he decides that it is an issue, he can always reopen it or come back or whatever.
Yeah. Do we have an ETA on the fixing the CI now for the new release for Azure? Or
I think this PR was blocking it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if there was something else blocking, but this was one of the things. Yes.
I have no further information on the state of CI.
Oh, I will ask Joseph tomorrow if he's if he was working on it anyway. So.
Seems like my browser has decided to log me out everywhere. So bear with me for a second. Okay, I'm ready. Let's start sharing. Okay, welcome people to Foundational Infrastructure Working Group, the 8th of December. Ramon wanted to know something about the state of Azure CI. So it has picked up the PR that was merged, and there's 2 boxes that are red. So hopefully they go green. Yeah. I will keep an eye out for this. Okay. Let's go over the open PRs.
I didn't have time to look into this podcast discussion going on. I'm not sure whether this is now ready for review or still in discussion.
lots of discussion.
Yeah, what
Yeah, so it would probably make sense to switch it to a draft, right? At this point.
I'm not sure. I really didn't have time to look into this.
No, but like that's what the author is saying here.
Hmm.
Here we are at with this we may close it until we discover the origin of the failure with the encryption in play.
Mhm.
So I would say that's probably the best course of action.
Yeah. I have to take care of my son. That I'll be a little bit
Distracted. That's fine.
distracted. Yeah.
I know that. Oh yeah, that one. We're just waiting for people to approve this, I guess. What did he say? Wholeheartedly? Should probably do it. Yeah, this had some discussion here. Well, there has been more discussion. So the problem is that Joseph is concerned that there's potential for a race condition. Constantine did some further research. Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, this one needs some more attention.
Yeah, maybe also what's interesting is it what is the state at the moment? Do we have the same issues with the current state, or is it only when we retry? What I
It's trying to address these issues. I don't
I
know how
know,
often
but
it's failed.
yeah, yeah. But at some point, Konstantin mentioned that we have the same issue even today with this concurrent inserts into the database. So that's why I'm not sure whether we have the same issue today, or is it something which is new with this change?
I think he said it was with two workers working and picking up the same task, right? That was the concern.
Mhm. But somewhere at the end of Konstantin's, this is new from Joseph. He says,
Yeah, this.
yes. Mhm. The case now.
Yeah, Konstantin also said like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, this,
Dude, this is not my field of expertise.
it's really deep stuff here. But if we see some risk, most probably, yeah, better to not go with the change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already the case now, right? So I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, but it could potentially make it worse, right? That's the problem. It's difficult to judge.
And then someone else needs to look at it.
There's discussion still going on, right? Joseph had
Yeah.
11 hours ago, so there's a bunch of comments. So let's wait for Konstantin to respond to those. Is that a thing? vCenter connection. Is that exposed? Not documented. Ah, there it is. So yeah, that seems to be a thing.
I approve.
Yes, after
say,
I've done all the hard work. Where was it? Here. Do you want to add another approval? You can just merge it.
So I add another approval. What's CPI, feature CPI. Oh no, it was deployment, right? Was deployment.
Yes.
Looks good to me.
Okay. This is also an interesting one. Important bit here is that apparently the device order is not deterministic anymore since a particular kernel.
Yeah, I looked with this at I paired with this in Constantine for an hour. It's just weird.
Okay. Yeah, but he found a solution, or I mean, it's a pretty simple solution, and I'm quite
Yeah, I
feel quite confident with this, given that we have this documentation, right?
yeah we
Proving
basically
that that's like a
we hard coded the SDA check, which we cannot be sure that's SDA. So now we just get everything that's SD, basically SDA, SDB. And later on, we use the volume IDs
device
anyways.
ID. Yeah.
So yeah, this is good. But later on, we use the scan path and we go through the whole shebang for host ID, volume IDs, which are already there.
Yeah, I think this was just trying to fail faster, or to iterate faster through it.
Yeah, I think so too. And we checked all the CPIs and where they have like if they all set the host ID and the volume IDs, and they do so in the tags basically. So
okay.
And yeah, you had to test for that. So
How did they? Who assigned the approvers? Can I do that? Ah, no. Constantine did it himself, but that's fine. Bayan, do you have time to look at this stuff at one point?
It's urgent.
I don't know if it's urgent. We have some people internally that have issues with this, but I mean,
there's an issue created. I assigned an issue to it. Like Jimmy ephemeral disk with bunch of errors.
This one.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
And I think that's
Probably gonna affect more people. So because
you-
it's non-deterministic, right? It doesn't show up all the time, but if you start running it at scale, it will.
Yeah.
and it will also now happen in Bionic
Yeah.
because it was a kernel update, and we went to newer kernels in Bionic as well. So it
Do you
will
know
happen.
when?
I don't know, but I know it will happen at some point. If they,
Yeah. Well, the
They-
problem is
because-
that the symptom is that you get like an unresponsive agent. So people probably just do a recreate and it's fine,
yeah,
but it starts to be annoying at some point.
Yeah. I mean, responsive agent is hard to understand. I can look into this latest mid of next week.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Like the change is really minimal. It's 2 files.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of context.
Mhm.
Okay, over to the issues. Okay, this looks like I should update it to discussion. Actually, maybe it's even open for. Maybe it's open for contribution even, I guess.
Yes.
I think that's the correct state. This could actually be the wait, what's this? If it's on a compilation machine, I don't think it would be. There's no Bosch DNS at that point, right?
where do you see its compilation?
I thought he said that. Here, something.
They have a setup. They have a setup where NAS is deployed on a different VM. It's not co-located. I don't know. Whether this is something.
But they are on vSphere. They could be hitting that disk thing. Because that shows up as a timed out pinging. Right? Because
Yeah.
the agent doesn't come up.
That could be.
And these numbers also. So we should get they should look at the agent logs. No, it's not CPI. We had the other error, the getting logs from unresponsive agents. That's what they need to do. Yeah.
It could be also related to this agent.
Yeah.
But basically, this since 2-3 months. I don't know when.
When the kernel was bumped, no. And
Yeah.
are they on Bionic? They are probably on Bionic.
There is no information I think about this, but you can ask.
Given that they are using Bosch deployment. That's what they said,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So then they probably are on Bionic. Was it Bosch agent? Yeah, the change was in Bosch agent, right? So we have this one. Okay. No, we can probably ignore this person. What's this? What's this?
Yep. So when you run locally, or when you run the bundle exec Wake stem cell builder, you get 2 wget logs files in there. It's really annoying because when you run it like multiple times, at some point there are like 300 wget logs in there. And I tried to figure out where it was coming from, and I have not found it yet. It's really annoying. And all these logs contain something like this. Like every round can creates 2 of these logs.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people actually running this locally.
Yeah. So
apart, I mean, basically you, Ramon.
Yeah, I mean only me. Yeah, I'm the only one who's doing it. I know. I tried to add a git ignore to the branch.
Can you clean them up just afterwards?
Yeah, but I tried to do a git ignore to just that it doesn't accidentally get into that I don't accidentally commit stuff. The problem is that someone changed my permission, so I need to create a PR for that.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we I paired with Brian Cunny. There were apparently some issues. It It was a feature that Ramon was using, but apparently the branch protection rules on the stem cell builder were not being applied correctly, because apparently the branch, I had it applied with like a just star as a regex, but apparently the slashes in our branches didn't get matched. So all of the branches with a slash in them were ignored basically and didn't have any protections. So now we have star/star as a regex, and should be better.
Yeah,
Or
better.
worse.
Worse for me.
Yes.
I'm the only one working on it.
Yeah. Well, I think there are also people running it now and then, but I think also a lot of people just run a hijack into the container and run it from there, not even locally.
Okay, I will create PR branches. I was also working on the rebase stuff, and that it's dynamic within the pipeline script. YTT does not like for loops with where you can, yeah, it looks a bit ugly, but like for loops within a for loops within not do it within the master master versions and excluding. So yeah, sucks, but that's okay.
We'll see. Is there any other business that people want to discuss? Oh, we have a last minute guest.
Yes.
I have nothing.
Yes, indeed.
Do you have any other business that you want to discuss, Benjamin? We're about to wrap up.
Oh, right. Surprising. No, not really. I was just passing by and saying hello.
Hello.
Right. Yeah. These days I have a problem with Concourse not spawning any containers running in Bushlight. I'm wondering what may happen. Nothing shows up in the logs.
Bushlight on which IaaS?
VirtualBox.
VirtualBox. There were a bunch of VirtualBox issues that people reported. I don't know with the newest VirtualBox, but you already have it running, so that shouldn't be a problem.
I'm running old versions of VirtualBox. I'm running VirtualBox version 5. I'm stuck on some old version of Bosch deployment, something in spring 2020. And more recent Bosch server versions pushed into the manifest.
So you have a Concourse running on Bushlight,
and it's a recent Concourse, yes, running on Bushlight, yes.
So you have,
and that's my production Concourse actually. But yeah, and it's a VirtualBox on a bare metal server, online server. Online. Yeah, it allows me to have reduced cost. The bare metal server costs less per month compared to a virtual machine. But yeah, it's surprising. I'm on an old stem cell. I've not changed much compared to the running versions like a few weeks ago. I've been working 3 weeks ago. I was working fine with that Concourse. And the checks, well, Garden is trying to spawn is spawning the containers for Concourse checks, but nothing is reported, and the gets, the containers for the get are never spawned, and the jobs are hanging on that, and they can't be aborted. That's yeah. the only solution I have right now is to try from scratch with a new setup, more recent, trying with recent VirtualBox, recent Bosch deployment, recent Concourse, and with all that, finding a working config, because I have no idea where to look for any issue right now.
Have you
Between
looked at the Garden logs?
I think
They
the
don't
garden has a don't panic tool, which maybe can help you to find useful logs. But I don't know. If you don't have any logs, then maybe.
I've seen something about BetterFS on Concourse. I'm running because there is no possibility to run overlay over overlay. So in Bushlight, the garden of Bushlight had to be BetterFS, and the garden of Concourse has to be overlay FS or the reverse, something like that. You cannot have both of them doing the same. So I think it's Concourse in my setup that uses BetterFS. I've seen something in the.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm just talking about that. If any guys of you would have any idea. Behan, you were talking about garden from Bushlight or garden from. I was talking about garden in Concourse, actually, in Concourse workers.
The same garden release, right?
Yeah, I was talking about
Roughly.
Diego is using also garden to start the containers, and there is a tool called Don't Panic to get useful logs. I don't know.
What is that?
Don't Panic. The tool is called like that.
That's a
Don't
tool?
Panic. Yeah, I can try to find some information and send you. That's a tool, yeah.
Do not hesitate. I'm on Cloud Slack if you need to reach out to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Big Undone, right, or Benjamin. Yeah. Right.
Bye, people.
Try to fix that. Yeah.
Good
Bye.
luck.
Yes. I will need that. Bye.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Yeah.